welcome back to Tinsley Athletic Complex here in beautiful, sunny Louisiana, Bossier City that is. We have got game 3 of elimination bracket play for you here. Arkansas is going to be your visiting team, and Alabama is going to be your home team. I am Frank Sides. I'm going to be joined shortly by Morgan Smith for an inning, maybe two. Tell you a little bit about these two squads before we get going. Alabama is going to take the field, and we'll get a good look at your starting pitcher today for Alabama. It's going to be Mac McClure, going to be on the mound for Alabama. And behind him defensively, left field is going to be Jade Wheeler. Out in center field, they're going to have Sam Quinlivan. Right field, Aiden Eager. Third baseman's Chase Weaver. Shortstop is Declan Baldwin. At second, we've got Bryce Williams. First base, Murphy Fromdahl. And behind the plate, Monroe Howell. Morgan, how are you doing today?
Man, doing great. Excited to be here. You left out super humid here in Louisiana.
That doesn't need to be said.
Yeah.
It is August and it is Louisiana.
I saw some people that weren't dressed for the occasion coming in, wearing some stuff that they're going to be super hot today.
Yeah. With that being said, if this is your first game tuning in, when the weather reaches this temperature and this humidity, we have a 5-minute hydration break for all of the kids after every other. Scratch that, after every even inning. At the bottom of the second, after the bottom of the fourth, we'll take a 5-minute break and let the kids drink water and get out of this heat. And Alabama is the home team here today because they won in bracket play yesterday. Beat Georgia 11-3. Manager Lou Howell, assisted by David Fromdahl and Justin Baldwin. And Coach Sperling makes his way to third base for Arkansas. And the leadoff hitter is going to step up to the plate here in just a second. Lincoln Nelson. Lincoln is going to be the opposing pitcher for Arkansas today, who is in this position because they lost a close one 3-2 yesterday to Louisiana, the host team.
Yeah, Lincoln, his favorite sport's obviously baseball. His favorite baseball team is the Twins. He wants to go to the University of Arkansas, get a degree in engineering.
Let's go Lincoln. Make some money doing that. First pitch coming from Eager to Lincoln Nelson. And we're underway. It's a fastball that misses low. And again, I'll say this about a dozen times through the course of this one. Click share. We want as many people watching these young men as we can possibly get. And the 1-0 pitch is to Lincoln Nelson is going to miss outside for a ball. Arkansas in the cream tops, lined in that typical Arkansas red. High pants with red socks. The good look.
I think this team's out of Magnolia, if I'm not mistaken.
They are representing Magnolia, Arkansas. Won a couple state championships down there in football the last decade or so. Right? I believe they're the ones that came to Longview. That's exactly, yeah.
No, Magnolia didn't. That was Bryant.
Bryant, you're right. Scratch that.
And I just want to point out Bryant did come down and had their 50-game winning streak snapped by the Longview Lobos.
Well, yeah, but it's a different world down there.
They put up a good fight there.
So leadoff base runner here comes via the walk, and Nelson is aboard.
Now batting, number 53, Memphis Flow.
And Memphis Flow steps to the plate. And how do you have a name like that without a long head of hair?
He's a Rangers fan. Wants to go to the University of Arkansas. Wants to be an MLB player when he grows up. His favorite teacher is Coach Molden. This is also his football coach. Favorite video game is NCAA Football 25. And he doesn't know this. That's a lot of grown men's favorite game.
Yeah, these kids, this is that generation where they want to play dad, and it's a bad idea.
I know.
It's a bad idea in that game.
I beat my son the other day like 80-something. I think I let him start scoring in the fourth quarter, so I let him put up a few touchdowns. But it was complete domination. I was not going to take it easy on him just out of principle.
Yeah, they got us in the role-playing games, but not the football ones. 1-1 now coming to Flow. Runner on first, big hole between first and second. Big swing, and it's 1-2. And again, these are not timed today. These games count towards your win-loss record. So we're going 6 here unless there's a 10-run rule, and we're a long way from that being into play. Strike 3 swinging. So good job on the mound answering back after the leadoff walk. Batter number 2 is down on strikes.
Now to bat, number 21, Collier, yes.
So the lefty Mac McClure strikes out the second hitter Flo, and Collier Guess comes to the plate. A little closed stance, bat waggle, takes the first pitch in there for a strike.
All these kids must have some really accomplished parents. He's another Texas Rangers fan, wants to go to the University of Arkansas and be a mechanical engineer.
Mechanical engineer.
His favorite game is the show. He might be able to beat me at that.
Probably so, yeah. And he takes the 0-1 inside for a ball.
He wants to give a shout out to his parents. And Miss DeLoach, his social studies teacher.
Mr. Loach is probably watching. Parents are probably a couple feet away. 1-1 coming. Throw over. And Nelson was going nowhere. Going to be a long day of baseball today. Got 5 games scheduled here on Field 9. This is the second. Grounded. It's going to be tough play. Pitcher picks it up and just puts it in his pocket.
Wow, man, that turf really played into that for him right there.
A lot of spin on that one.
Yep.
Infield single for Guess, and now we got a couple runners on.
Looked like it was going nowhere, and it didn't go anywhere, but it went the perfect place. I don't know if he wanted to go there, but it was a perfect spot.
Cleanup hitter Tate Sperling steps into the plate. Another closed stance. Now he's got runners on first and second with 1 down.
Tate wants to be a duck hunting guide. I like this kid.
Big swing. He swings through that. A duck hunting guide.
Duck hunting. That's the most Arkansas thing I've heard. Duck hunting guide. All those kids grow up wanting to do that. Some great duck hunting in Arkansas.
I didn't know that was a thing, but that's pretty cool. Runners take off. And I think he's out. No, he beat the tag.
He's an EA college football sports fan for his video game. Another one that would take the L if we played. Favorite subjects, math. His favorite teachers, football coach, Coach Sutton. So, Tate, that's not actually a class.
1-1 to Sperling. They had him with a better throw down there on this side of the bag. And Sperling takes the 1-1 high. The cleanup man's in a position to clean up here. Runners on second and third, only 1 down. Infield back, so Arkansas takes the lead if Tate does anything except pop out here. And K. And there's strike number 2. And McClure comes back and evens the count at 2. Sperling's got to put this ball in play. And that misses high. So the count is full now on the 4-hole hitter, number 11, Tate Sperling. He's playing third base today for this Arkansas team. That's driven up the middle towards the second baseman. Fielded on 2 hops. Outmade, but the first run of the game is going to score on the RBI ground out by Tate Sperling. And Arkansas takes an early lead, 1-0. Runner advances to third on the out.
Off the bat, number 12, Fletcher, Gas.
So Fletcher Gas steps in. Fletcher's the first baseman for Arkansas. He takes the first pitch just off the outside corner for a ball.
Fletcher wants to go to the University of Arkansas and be a baseball player. Favorite teacher is Miss DeLoach. Favorite food, steak. Wants to give a shout out to Papa Billy and BB.
Did you say steak?
Steak.
That's my kind of young man there. The 2-0 pitch. Oh, he back-picked him at third base. What a throw by the catcher here.
Wow.
Monroe Howe. So that's it for the first. Arkansas threatens, scores a run, and we're going to go to the bottom of the first. 1-0 ball game here live from Bossier City, Louisiana. We're back. I think we're back. There's no one on the field. Umpire's going to talk for just a second. Here we come. Starting pitcher for Arkansas, Lincoln Nelson. The righty on the mound for Arkansas. And Alabama beat Georgia 11-3 yesterday in pool play. That's why they're the host team here today. The winner of this one's going to get the winner of the Virginia-Florida game happening as we speak on field number 10 at 5:30 tomorrow afternoon. Right here from Bossier. You can check in on that one as well. It's live as we speak on the same page you're watching this one. Defense behind Nelson in left field, Nolan Riggins. In center field, Kalen LeMay. Right field, Wells Jones. Third baseman, Tate Sperling. Shortstop, Collier Guest. Second baseman, Tate Venable. Over at first is Fletcher Gass. And behind the plate, Memphis Flo. I like these Alabama names. You got a Guess, a Gass, a Flo, a Riggins, a Hickmott. Leadoff man for Alabama's Aiden Eager.
Number 1, Aiden Eager.
Aiden's playing right field for this Alabama team.
Aiden wants to go to Auburn. He doesn't want to go to Alabama. He wants to play baseball there. His favorite subject's math. Wants to give a shout out to Miss Hudson, his grandparents, and his mom. And he also can take an L in NCAA 25.
They just don't know yet.
They don't.
I'll take that back.
I might bring a TV
These kids
and
have too much
PS5
free
up here
time.
tomorrow. I don't know, dude. I've been playing NCAA for more than half my life.
2-0 now.
That's one of the things when you just don't lose.
I'll tell you what, if we had a TV up here with NCAA 25 on it, we'd be the two most popular men in this complex, I bet.
Yeah, I bet you we could be charging per game play.
Absolutely. Popped up. Tough play out there. And the first baseman cannot get there.
I don't know if these kids know about the 21 skunk rule, but I'd introduce them to it.
So Eager makes his way back to the plate. Eager to put a runner on base here for Alabama.
I like what you did there.
Leadoff man, that is. 2-1 now. Right on right matchup here. Pitch number 4 coming here this at bat. It catches the inside part of the plate.
Good looking pitch.
I like Alabama's uniforms. White and royal blue. I was expecting to see the crimson red that we saw last week. Curveball misses him by just a hair. And the leadoff man for Bama has worked it full. Trailing 1-0 early in this one. Hit to the third baseman on 2 hops. He gets through him. And Eager is aboard with a ton of speed. I can tell already. He is going to be off and running to second base in a matter of pitches. That young man was at first before I even looked over there.
Chase Weaver.
Chase Weaver coming up to bat. He's a Braves fan. A little bit different from the other kids so far. He's undecided on college where he's going to go, but he says wherever I get a scholarship.
Undecided? You've only got 7 years, young man.
Well, I mean, he's just, he's going to see what happens, weighing his options. But his favorite teacher is Miss Freeman. This is math, and wants to give a shout out to his mom, Jennifer. Favorite food is also steak.
They throw over to see if they can catch Eager slipping, but he looks like he's ready to go. And he's off and running. A good throw gets him, and it's into center field. And Eager's on second base.
But Chase's favorite game he could definitely beat me at, and that's Fortnite. I've never played it.
I've seen it come across my
kids play it.
TikTok algorithm. Don't know what it is.
I
Don't want to know because it looks like it's fun, and I'll be doing that for hours at night. 0-1 pitch coming. Now a runner in scoring position. He's dancing off the bag back there, way off a second. And they're going to have to keep him close. So it's going to create a gap somewhere in the infield. And right now it's between first and second. Looked like a breaking ball. Stayed high, and I believe it's 1-1. And it is. And when I say I believe, I have to remind you I'm multitasking over here. So my eyes are darting to an iPad, to a screen, to camera angles, to scoreboards, to lineups. And I may miss what's happening on the field occasionally. Ooh, did that hit him? We're going to have a balk.
He jumped out of the way. Better
Runners
glad,
on third either way.
Better glad Coach Fowler isn't on that third base line.
So Eager ends up on third via the balk. And the pitch doesn't count, so it's 1-1. Infield back, a ball in play probably ties this one. Weaver drills it into left field.
Good hit.
And the first run of the game for Alabama comes across via the line drive single by Chase Weaver.
Matt McClure steps up to the plate. Favorite baseball player is Aaron Judge. Favorite athlete of all time, love this, is Ray Lewis. He wants to go to Michigan. And he has what he wants to be when he grows up. One of his parents must be this, because you just don't know you want to do this. That's a petroleum engineer. Favorite subject is math. Wants to give a shout out to Miss Spafford. And it's like wants to give another shout out to his buddy Mac McClure.
And Mac McClure's at the plate.
And he said, Frank, he likes his steaks like you, 12-ounce ribeye, medium rare.
I don't like them like that. I want mine raw. Anyway, McClure 1-0, and sometimes you can just tell by looking at a young man. Mac can hit. Takes a good rip at a fastball. Mac's hitting from the left side of the plate. His team came back and tied it already. Still nobody down in the bottom of the first. And again, field 9 here plays way differently than field 10. Wind's going to blow out. You're going to hit a couple out of here this week. Throws over, and Weaver is going nowhere. And it looks like Coach Howell, or Ross, I'm sorry. Those colors are going to throw me off all day. I'm going to keep calling Arkansas, Alabama. You're just going to have to bear with me for a little bit. They're wearing Alabama's colors with an A on the hat, so Arkansas coach heads out.
I went to an Arkansas-Alabama game a few years ago, and I guess there is a difference in the A, but I couldn't tell it, not being an avid fan of either. Yeah, this is throwing me off a little bit too.
So sorry about that to the Arkansas fans. I'll get it right here shortly. Alabama in white and royal blue today. And Mac McClure ahead in the count. I'm sorry, it's even 1-1. It looks like he's wanting to pull something. That first swing.
I just realized Matt McClure wanted to give a shout out to himself.
Oh, is that what that was?
Yeah. I'd read down so long I forgot who I was
That's
talking
flared in
about.
the left field. Nice play out there in left. Trying to throw back and force out the double play, but Fromdahl steps up to the plate.
He wants to be a baseball player when he grows up, but he wants to go to University of Florida. Must be a Tebow fan. Favorite subject in school is history. Wants to give a shout out to Miss Seinberg, though, in English, and wants to give a big shout out to his families and his favorite food. His meatballs, favorite games, Fortnite.
That's hit well to center field. And I mean, it's going back. Wind's carrying it.
Off his glove,
and
man.
it stays in the park.
I thought
And it's going to be a double.
I thought that went off his glove over the fence.
It came close. Center fielder crashes into the center field wall. He's going to have to be looked at out there. And Fromdahl is in with a deep double to center field. The run can't score because he had to hold it first, looking to see if that play was going to be made out there. But he hit the tar out of that one, and it is a stand-up double for Fromdahl.
No doubt that the sun got in his eyes back there. About noon here. He's in a bad spot for that ball to be coming down at that angle.
And he had it in his glove, and he hit the wall, and it fell out. It would have been a heck of a play over his shoulder out there in center. Long run. Fromdahl with some surprising pop. He's okay. He's going to stay out there. But Alabama now has 2 in scoring position and 1 down. And Monroe Howell, the catcher.
He's a Cubs fan, but his favorite baseball player is himself. He wants to go to Vanderbilt and play baseball.
Nice. Vanderbilt's always got a squad.
His favorite teacher is also Miss Seiberg. He wants to give a shout out to his dad and grandpa. And he can also take an L in college football 25.
So Howell ended the top of the first with a pickoff.
He's another steak eater, so
They're
Alabama kids. Eating good.
Another close stance here. And he rips that foul wide of third base. And it's 0-1 now. And I said it in the last game and yesterday. For some reason, this particular field, the games are going to come down to the wire, and they're all going to be good games. It looks like this one's shaping up to fit that mold as well. 0-1 coming to Howe. This is where the championship games are played. Curveball, good one, breaks in there for a strike. Really big cut pitch coming here for Lincoln Nelson. If he can find a way to get the second out via the strikeout, it goes a long way toward getting out of this jam. Curveball put into play down the line. It gets by. One run's going to score. The second run's being waved home, and Howell is going to stroll into second base with a 2 RBI double to put Alabama on top. That was a heck of an at-bat.
Now that is number 9, Declan Baldwin.
Coming up to bat, Declan, he's a Braves fan, wants to go to Alabama, be a baseball player. Must have some great teachers where he's at, because this teacher is Dr. Burt, science teacher. Favorite subject's math. Wants to give a shout out to Buck Baker, and he actually likes ribs.
Popped up. First pitch. Third baseman's there. He makes the play.
I'm just going to assume with everybody else that he likes beef ribs, not the cheap pork stuff.
They're all good. 2 outs now.
All right.
In Ledyard.
Ledyard's coming up. He's a Padres fan. Wants to also go to Vanderbilt. When he grows up, he said he doesn't need a profession because he's going to be a millionaire.
Just all it says is just millionaire.
Millionaire. Favorite subject in school is lunch. And not sure what teacher that is, but his favorite food's Chinese.
Throws down. Sorry about that. Runner took to third, and they almost had him.
He wants to give a shout out to Jerry Jones, so it seems like he may have the connections to pull all this off.
These kids are growing up in a different world than we did. So being a millionaire, just start a YouTube channel. Do something funny. But they're going to find out the hard way. It's not as much money as it used to be. 1-0 misses high.
I wouldn't know.
Me neither. I mean, I know, but I don't know from experience. I guess is the best way to word that. 2-0 coming to Ledyard. Runner on third now with 2 down. I think he got him, and he did. He picked off Howell at third base. So both of the halves of the first inning end via the pickoff. And we're going to head to the top of the second. Alabama leads 3-1. We're back to field 9 here. Alabama team's taking the field. And both pitchers threw exactly 20 pitches in the first. And if this is your first time tuning in to Diamond Youth Baseball, this tournament, there's a game, at least a game every single day. So pitch counts start to come into play. You got 40 to play with before you are in danger of missing tomorrow's action. So you can throw 40 pitches today. You get to 41, and you are out for tomorrow. You get to 66, and you're out for 48 hours. And that means the second that pitch hits the crosses the plate. So if it's a 12-12, you don't pitch again until 12-12 on Monday. And leading off for Arkansas is going to be Fletcher Gas. Fletcher was at the plate when a runner was picked off of third base by the catcher. Got a new catcher now. Howell was behind the plate to start this one, and now number 7 moves back there, William Nettles. He was not on the field on defense in the first, so it feels uncommon to go from an extra hitter to the catcher, but here we are.
Number 12,
Haven't seen that yet.
Gas.
So Gas steps back in. Pitch number 21 coming from Mac McClure. And the lefty misses away for ball one. And again, this is Arkansas in the cream and maroon, if you're just tuning in. Or crimson, however you want to word that. It's 2-0 to Gas. And the 2-0's wide. Gas way ahead, 3-0. Not many kids at the DYB World Series over the course of the last week and a couple days have had the green light on 3-0. And he takes that for a strike, 3-1. Big rip. Counts full. Arkansas scored one in the top of half of the first. Left a couple on. Made a mistake on the bases. And that's driven into center field. Center fielder's over, but he plays it on a hop. And Gas is on with a line drive single to center field.
Drake Taylor's going to come up to bat. Favorite team's the Braves. He wants to go to the University of Arkansas and be a Razorback. When he grows up, he wants to play baseball and be a welder. Favorite subject is math. Wants to give Miss White, his science teacher, a shout out. His favorite food is actually deer steak. Wants to give a shout out to his mom and his family.
Nice. They had Gas shifted to the right, your left, of the second base bag and just couldn't get over in time. He's playing straight up in center. That's an out. But instead, it's a leadoff single for Gas. And Drake Taylor takes the first pitch for a ball and swings and fouls back. Pitch number 2, it's 1-1. And I'll tell you again one more time to click share. We want as many people watching these young men as we can get. It's the least you can do for them on this hot and humid Saturday in Bossier City, Louisiana. First couple days of this thing last week were rain, 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 and since then it's been beautiful. 1-1 floats high. We do appreciate you tuning in if you are. Especially from Magnolia, Arkansas, or Municipal, Alabama, where these two teams are from.
Never heard of Municipal, Alabama. Oh, okay. It's in Mobile. I've been there.
Is it in Mobile or outside of Mobile? Is Municipal a community?
That's where they have the
okay.
Mobile's where they have the warships and all that,
So
right?
it may be Mobile, Alabama. I'll get some confirmation once one of these fans comes here screaming at us for getting that wrong. Strike 3, swinging. Pop their head in here and correct us, almost certainly. Feel free to do so because
This brings up Wells Jones. He's a Phillies fan. Wants to go to Southern Arkansas University, which is not far from here, not far from, well, that's in Magnolia. Wants to be a pastor when he grows up. Favorite subject is history. His favorite teacher is his mom. And wants to give a shout out to his dad, mom, and grandparents.
saw that one coming. Thank you. She pops her head and says, yes, they are from Mobile. Did they get him in first? No, they tried to pick off Gas. So I'll change that moving forward to say Mobile, Alabama on the scoreboard.
Wells' favorite athlete is Joe Burrow, which I guess if you're Southern Arkansas, University of Arkansas is not very good all the time. With him being a SAU fan, he probably does watch some LSU football.
Yeah, everybody does. That Joe Burrow team was fun.
Yeah, that was a good time.
We don't need the Arkansas football program taking strays here on DYB baseball streams.
I mean, you know, I'm going to take my shots when I can.
We're from Texas, if you don't know, the two announcers here.
I live right on the border.
And the umpires are getting together here. It looks like they're discussing if they saw something at first that I didn't see because, to be frank with you, I wasn't looking.
I would love to trash talk Alabama, but I don't have a leg to stand on.
You do for 1 year.
Yeah, we did. We beat them one time.
And in Texas's defense, if their quarterback, they're going to change the call. They picked him off at first. Hadn't seen that yet, but credit to the umpires getting together. And if you miss something, you miss something. Now the Alabama or the Arkansas coach wants to have a word. But as I was saying, if our quarterback doesn't get hurt, we likely beat Alabama in one of those national championship games way back
call in the
day.
end zone was suspect. The one when they played at Texas.
I'm talking about the national championship game.
We should have won. Yeah, should have won that one for sure. But
when old
I'm struggling to. I don't know how I can't remember his name off the top of my head, but it's been so long.
The quarterback?
Yeah.
Oh yeah. He's probably still a backup in the NFL.
I thought last time I checked, last year he played for Washington. Colt McCoy.
And here we go. 0-1 now. Base is clear after the pickoff. We've had 3 pickoffs today. And we're in the top of the second inning. 1 per half inning.
Man, we don't see this many pickoffs when we're doing these high school playoff games. We don't see them.
So 1 pickoff per half inning. At this rate, this one will end on time. And Wells Jones, spelled with an extra E, W-E-L-L-E-S. He takes the 1-1 in there for a strike.
SAU has a great baseball program. I just heard earlier one of the head coach of SAU is coaching one of these teams out here today.
I suspect it's probably not the one from Alabama. That's the way to get some folks turned on you. So the 1-2 misses away, and McClure is about to throw pitch 37, getting close to that magical number of 40. Swung on and missed, and he's out of the inning. Arkansas threatens but can't score. We're going to head to the bottom of the second. You are watching live DYB World Series Baseball, the Ozone Division I level here on field number 9 at Tinsley Athletic Complex from Bossier City, Louisiana. All right, bottom of the second. Before we start here, I'll remind you, if this is your first game tuning in, after this half inning, there will be a 5-minute hydration break. Kids get off the field, get in the shade, and drink water or Powerade or Gatorade, whatever kids are drinking these days.
Find the parents.
Red Bull, I don't know. I doubt that.
Find the parents out.
Wouldn't surprise me.
Pass left field with the water hose.
And when that happens, we'll stay live, just be a camera pointed at a blank field, and we'll take our break as well, run to the bathroom, have a drink, eat lunch, whatever. We're here for 12 to 14 hours today, so going to have to get our breaks in too. But in the meantime, we are ready to go here in the bottom of the second with Ledyard.
Ledyard's back at the bat. He's our future millionaire.
Ledyard was at the plate when the runner was picked off third to end the bottom of the first. So Alabama leading by 2 here. And Ledyard hits in the 7th spot in the order. And both of these teams have 12 kids on the roster. So if you're unfamiliar with DYB rules, all 12 kids hit in order. And it just goes from 1 to 12 and starts back over. And they all have to play at least 2 innings in the field for a game to be official. It's a little strategy by the managers employed based on where you are in the batting order and that sort of things. And Ledyard's ahead 2-0 of Lincoln Nelson. You can't hold on that one. He swings at what would likely have been ball 3. So it's 2-1 now. And that's a foul. I like the red number on the front. Almost looks like the Dodgers uniforms. It's a good look. Throw me off, though, because it's Alabama and it's blue, but sharp. And some of these teams last week, Morgan, had 3 different uniforms.
Yeah, I was noticing that. I got tired of taking photos at some point. I just stopped. You know, y'all got too much going on here. I wanted to come out here and get all this done in a day and a half.
And that misses inside. Ledyard did not appear to be all that excited about getting out of the way of that one. Wanted to wear it, but it's full now. And he swings and misses. Strike 1 comes via the strikeout. And Nelson.
We've got Sam Quinlivan coming up. He's a Braves fan. Favorite athlete's Gunnar Henderson. He wants to go to South Alabama. Be a baseball player. His favorite subject in school is math. His favorite teacher in school, doesn't know her name, but it's a science teacher.
First pitch to Quinlivan is grounded to second.
Wants to give a shout out to his dad, Kurt.
Fielded cleanly, but he beat it out. A lot of speed headed down that first base line, and Quinlivan's on first with an infield single.
That's going to bring up Brian Holiday. His favorite sport is actually football. He's a Braves fan as well. He's a favorite athlete, Julio Jones. Wants to go to Ole Miss, be an engineer. Favorite subject in school is math. Wants to give a shout out to Mr. McPuffy, and wants to give a shout out to Eric Holiday.
So Stump Morgan, you don't watch baseball. I would bet you don't know who Gunnar Henderson is.
That would be correct.
Gunnar Henderson was the AL Rookie of the Year and an absolute monster at shortstop for the Orioles. I think he's like 22 and just looks like he's starting off on a Hall of Fame trajectory. Uh-oh, caught him slipping at first.
I get paid to watch football.
Fair enough.
If you do that all year, you don't necessarily want to watch anything else.
If I am happily doing this for 18 hours a day, you know I have to love baseball. By this, I don't mean anything negative, but just sitting in a booth staring at a baseball field over and over and over. I'm actually enjoying it. And Quinlivan swipes second. So Alabama has got a runner in scoring position now. With 1 down for Holiday. Brian Holiday started this one off as the EH, or extra hitter. We'll see where he heads into defense when they head back out for the top of the third. Follow the DYB page. That way you're notified whenever we go live for every one of these Ozone games. And Quinlivan's off for third, and the ball gets past the catcher back here. So he's at third standing up. And Holiday's in a good hitter spot here. 2-0 count, runner on third with less than 2 out. You got to be thinking pushing the 4th run across here with the infield back. And it's popped up shallow enough that the center fielder can't make the play. And Quinlivan's going to score easily, and an RBI single by Holiday pushes across run number 4 for Alabama.
It's going to bring up William Nettles, favorite sport's baseball. He wants to go to college at Auburn, so I know he's loyal and wants to be a pro sports player when he grows up. He also likes science, and Miss Vin is a science teacher. Loves some tacos, Call of Duty, and wants to give a shout out to his team and family.
Curveball in there for a strike. Runner broke for second and had it stolen. Even had they have made a throw. Good jump over there. It's the first off-speed or breaking ball I've seen Nelson throw. It was a good one. Or that I recall seeing him throw. 0-1. They throw behind the runner at second, and he's back in time. It's been popped up again. First baseman calls for it, and he's underneath it and converts that to an out, and that's 2 down.
That's going to bring up Jude Wheeler. Favorite sports baseball, favorite team's the Braves. He wants to go to college at South Alabama and also be an engineer. And favorite subject in school is history, geography. Wants to give Miss Hines a shout out. And I know his mama can cook because his favorite food is fried deviled eggs.
That looks like an A. This may be Jade Wheeler.
Nice, I got you on here.
They're headed for third.
And his handwriting.
You do have his, okay. So Jude Wheeler at the mound.
I think it's been a long time since I've had fried deviled eggs.
See, on mine, the U kind of curls into an A, but it's Jude probably. Hit hard into left field. Run number 5 scores on a Wheeler. Hard hit RBI single into left field. And Alabama still cooking here in the second, leading 5-1.
11, Bryce Williams.
And Bryce Williams steps in.
He's a Bryce Harper fan. He wants to go to Alabama, and he is my kind of guy because he's going to be a loan officer at a bank. And favorite subject in school is math. Wants to give Miss Campbell, his English teacher, a shout out. Also wants to give his parents a shout out, and he can also get beat at college football 2025.
2-out RBI single by Wheeler. And that one gets away, and he's going to advance to second. And Williams hitting in the 12th spot of the order for Alabama. So if he can find a way on or drive this run home, the top of the order waits. The 2-0 pitch. Runners off for third, and it's hit towards the shortstop. A couple hops, he fields it cleanly and throws over, and it's in time. 3 out now in the bottom of the second, but not before Alabama can tack on some more. It's 5-1, headed to the top of the third. We're going to take a 5-minute hydration break.
I like the sound of that.
We'll be back in just a couple minutes here.
Always struggle kind of remembering. He plays left tackle for Tennessee. I struggle not bad with names. I don't talk to him very often. I'm going to go to the Arkansas Tennessee game this year, do some stuff for him, and then another place for Arkansas. This is last year? Yeah, we'll play like that.
Play ball.
All right, looks like the kids have been given permission to take the field. And the Alabama pitcher, let's see here if I can find his name, Mac McClure, has the ball again at 37 pitches. So
Matt McClure might be the leader of this team, and the reason I say that is every one of these kids, not all of them, but most of these kids put him down as the person they want to give a shout out to.
Mac McClure. I mean, by definition, he is the Mac, right?
Yeah.
I'm sure these kids have no idea what
These
that
blue
means.
uniforms are throwing me off.
I'm trying to tell you, try doing play-by-play, thinking you're watching Alabama in crimson and cream, and it's the other team. I'm shocked to see an Alabama team not wearing that crimson.
I mean, I love blue and white. You know that. But, like, how did they come up with this for Alabama?
Don't know.
Somebody had to approve this, and I'm not a fan of the approval process, whatever that was. But they do look good.
I agree.
They're not. Whoever designed those can't be a big sports fan. I got to be a fan of just making stuff look good.
Or what if they're an Auburn fan? It'd be like you picking your kids' team's uniforms out and someone asks you to make them Oklahoma red. You know what I mean? You'd have a tough time doing it.
Well, that's true. So you think these jerseys are a product of the Alabama-Auburn rivalry?
I don't know. But
that would make some sense, I guess.
Mm-hmm.
Make more sense than somebody not being a sports fan.
I don't know how close Mobile is to either one of those two cities.
Mobile's very. You drive through Mobile when you're going to Florida, or I do anyway.
Sure.
So
where is it in relation to
it's South
Auburn
Florida,
and
like South
Tuscaloosa?
Auburn,
it's not South Florida. It's North Florida.
Mobile is not.
I'm
North
sorry,
Florida.
it's North Alabama.
Or you know what I mean. No, Mobile is South Alabama. It's near the ocean. I'm going to pull this up on a
I
map.
don't think so. We've got access to every bit of information in human history in our hands.
It's
We're
not
arguing
very-
about something.
Not very often that I'm right when me and you start arguing, so I am going to prove it here.
First pitch in there for a strike, and we're underway.
We got Nolan Riggins up. He is a Mets fan. He wants to go to University of Arkansas, be an MLB player. Favorite subject is math. Wants to give a shout out to Coach Sutton. I actually know Coach Sutton. He likes to play Halo. Favorite food is steak. Wants to give a shout out to his mom and dad.
And Riggins playing left field for this Arkansas team. 1-1 to McClure. Pitch 40 coming, so if he throws another one, he cannot pitch tomorrow.
The very bottom of Alabama.
Yes, I was thinking Birmingham. You're right. Birmingham is how you get to the city I lived in Gadsden for a couple of years. It looks like
Try finding that on a map.
Coach Howell is going to head out to the mound and take the ball from Mac McClure, so he will be available to pitch tomorrow
Coming out of the game with 40 pitches.
in the winner's bracket if Alabama can hold on. They get the winner of the Virginia-Florida game happening next door.
Monroe.
Be sure to like the DYB Facebook page, or if you're watching on YouTube, subscribe. We've got games going all the way till Wednesday. You'll get notifications every time we're live. We'll have some photos coming out periodically of the players. There'll be another place for you to find them on their Facebook page. DYB's had a lot going into these two particular World Series. We had a bunch of meetings on the way to make this a great experience for the viewers, and hope y'all enjoy it. It's a big step by them to bring this to y'all.
Yeah. And the DYB, in case you are not aware, is dedicated to building the youth in our communities to become the responsible leaders and parents of tomorrow. The real goal is to teach teams fair play, love of God and country, and leave them better equipped for life as a result of the lessons through the game of baseball. Help us in the the Diamond Youth Program by offering your services as a volunteer. You can go to dybusa.org or message the page and tell them you would like to help out in your home state, and someone will point you in the right direction. New pitcher. 0-0. Sorry about that, Morgan.
Miss Tara Wynn here says enough about Alabama. She must be from Arkansas.
Monroe Howell. Monroe Howell is on the mound for Alabama. That's why I stayed in the comments, because y'all don't want me in there.
Nolan Riggins up to bat.
I ain't playing those games
I've already
today.
talked about him now I'm thinking about it.
All right, 1-2 pitch coming to Riggins from Howell. Curveball starts him out over his head, doesn't break back towards to the plate, and it's 2-2 now. We can talk about Arkansas too.
Oh yeah, there's a whole lot to talk about, but we could talk about them if you want.
Popped up. Catcher can't find it. It's out of play. 2-2.
Best thing I've seen out of Arkansas here recently is that coach's rap video the other day. Did you see it?
No.
It was actually pretty good.
No idea what you're talking about.
I'm surprised you're not on social media very much.
Strike 3.
Give a shout out to our buddy Landon Jackson in it.
And Howell comes in and strikes out Riggins.
That's going to bring up Tate Venable. He is a Rangers fan, a big Bryce Harper fan. He wants to go to Harding University, which shout out to the defending national champions in football. We have a few players from the Texarkana area that played on that team. He also wants to play for the Savannah Bananas. And from Texarkana, there's a player, I can't think of his name off the top of my head, but the dancing umpire, Vincent Chapman, is from Texarkana, which isn't too far from them. But anyway, favorite subject in school is science. Wants to give a shout out to Coach Strickland. Favorite food is chicken enchiladas. He's an MLB The Show fan, and he always wants to give a shout out to his grandpa for always helping him get better in sports. That's a good grandpa.
And me and this young man have that in common. These kids probably don't remember ponchos, but
oh my God,
I grew up until about 15 years ago. I'd go in there and eat about 2 dozen of those.
Well, you know, at
chicken enchiladas.
Papacitas, we're the reason that they charge you for chips and salsa now. Because 20 years ago, we'd go in there and just do that with water.
By we, you mean y'all. I ain't out there eating a bunch of chips and salsa. I'm trying to have abs. 1-1 coming to Riggs from Howell. And that misses high. And Venable is playing second base for Arkansas, rocking the blue Under Armour shoes. Crowd on the plate, swings at an inside pitch and fouls it straight back. Inside part of the plate, that is. That was a good pitch. 2-2 now. And pool games, we'll mention one more time, were timed yesterday at 90 minutes. These are going 6 today. Longer if they go to extras. And a little line drive to first base. Gets past him. Second baseman's out there to field it and pick it up, but it's going to result in a single. And a 1-out base runner for Arkansas, and Venables is on.
We got a trader coming up.
Venable.
Coming up to bat, we got Hayes Jester. He's a Oklahoma Sooners fan.
Hayes Jester.
He wants to be an athlete or a lawyer when he grows up. Favorite subject in school is history. Wants to give Coach Hicknott a shout out. Wants to also give a shout out to his family and friends. He likes burgers.
And Jester takes the first pitch for a ball from Howell. Big kid, open stance, little bat waggle. 1-0 coming, the throw over behind Venable. That's no good.
Favorite athlete is Travis Kelce. Like, I know you haven't been to my house in a while, but I have a Jennifer had me made on a metal print, a photo I took of Travis Kelce before in pregame of 49ers game, and it's pretty dope photo.
Back before he became the best tight end in the world. That's popped. Oh, it's going to be a double play.
Oh, wow.
The first baseman fields it on the bag.
No, this was 2022 season.
And Fromdale
22-23, so he was balling.
turns 2 on the little pop out to first base. And that's going to do it for the top of the third. We'll be right back with the bottom half of the inning here in about 40 seconds. New pitcher for Arkansas. It looks like it's number 11, Tate
Pitcher
Sperling.
is Tate Sperling.
Tate comes in, Arkansas trailing by 4 here, and the top of the order up for Alabama. Okay, sorry about that. Had to send someone out to take a picture of a uniform worn by a team over on field 10 that's about to play, so I can make a scoreboard in real time for them. Because the teams in pool play yesterday wore their league uniforms, and today they're breaking out the state-themed unis. We want to do the best we can so you can help tell the two teams apart if you're watching from afar and not familiar with the kids. This Alabama team out of Mobile, Alabama, leading 5-1 here. Still early in this one, bottom of the third. Arkansas from Magnolia, Arkansas.
Now batting number 1, Aiden Eager.
So Aiden Eager steps in, and Aiden reached on an error in the first, stole 2 bags, and scored quickly. That's hit hard to the shortstop, fielded cleanly. Throw's going to have to be fast, and it is. 1 pitch out. And Chase Weaver steps in. And Chase
Weaver's a Yankees fan. His favorite athlete's Babe Ruth. Oh my goodness. Me and Kaylin are both University of Texas fans. I'll see him November 16th. This beatdown at University of Arkansas that Texas is going to put on him.
Wait, who are you talking about? This is Chase Weaver for the Alabama team.
Well, never mind.
1-0 coming.
Just ran back in here. Chase Weaver's a Braves fan. He's a kid, he's undecided on where he's going to college. He's going to see what offers come his way.
And Chase is ahead 2-0. He drove in the first run of the game for Alabama. That's hit hard to shortstop, fielded on 2 hops. Throw over and back-to-back ground outs to shortstop. 2 quick outs for this Arkansas relief pitcher.
26, Matt McClure.
It's Tate Sperling on the mound. 2 quick outs, 4 pitches in, and Mac McClure steps up. Mac flew out to the left fielder his first time up, and he hits that hard into right field. So hard they might have a play at first, but it's not fielded cleanly out there. And Mac's on with a sharply hit single to right field. He smoked that.
Up to bat number 6, Murphy Fromdahl.
Murphy Fromdahl. He's the one that hit that ball that almost got out of here back in the first. Sent the center fielder back on it. Had it in his glove, crashed in the wall. And it was a 2 RBI double to center field. So outfield playing back, obviously. Kid's got some power. Floats a little curveball in there. And it's 0-1 to Fromdahl. Another curveball, but it bounces in. It's 1-1. He's going to look over the runner. And Mac's back before a throw. So Fromdahl's ready for the 1-1. Mac's off. Ball's drilled into the hole, abandoned by the shortstop when he went to cover the bag. And Mac's going to head to third base and make the turn. They're going to send him. So Mac McClure scores on a single to left field. And it's 6-1. From first base, that is. And Monroe Howell steps in. Scratch that. He drove in a run with a double his last time up. 2 runs, that is, I'm sorry. Fromdahl has only scored 1 because they had to hold. Fromdahl's off and running. And he's there, and the ball gets away, and Fromdahl's going to score run number 7 on the throw. And Alabama's pushed across a couple more here in the third. And it's 1-0 to Howell, and that misses high. It's 2-0. And 2 outs here. Ball's popped up shallow right field, and the right fielder comes over and makes the play, and the inning is over, but not before Alabama scores a couple more. We're going to head to the top of the 4th. Alabama leads Arkansas 7-1 here on day 1 of bracket play. Okay, I'm going to let you watch Mr. Howell throw his warm-up pitches while I make a scoreboard for the Texas game about to start across the way. While I do that, I'm going to make this Alabama scoreboard again and replace municipal with mobile, so we don't make that mistake again moving forward. Okay, we're back, and we catch strike 1 to Hickmott, leading things off here for Arkansas. Judd Hickmott. I suspect he is Coach Hickmott's son, as the 0-1 bounces in. Judd's wearing number 2, hitting from the right side today. And he takes the 1-1 in there for a strike. And that's high. It's 2-2. And the 2-2 misses, and Hickmott runs the count full. Arkansas looking for a leadoff base runner here in the 4th, trailing by 6. And they get one. Hickmott's going to take his base.
Batting 24, Kalen LeMay.
And that brings up Kalen LeMay. Kayla LeMay squares the bunt, fouls it back. It's 0-1. The 0-1's going to miss up and in, and it is 1-1 now. Arkansas needing some base runners here. Kalen hits in the 12th spot in the order. And they catch the outside corner. They throw down. Hickmott's back in time. And LeMay's behind 0-2 here. Nobody down here in the 4th. Arkansas trailing by 6 in this double elimination tournament. Strike 3, swinging the throw behind him. Almost caught Hickmott off first, but he's back in time. And one down here in the 4th. Howell still on the mound for Alabama.
Batting number 15, Lincoln Nelson.
And Lincoln Nelson comes to the plate. Lincoln led the game off with a walk. Shows bunt. And bunts it foul.
Yes.
2. One, 2 now coming from Howell to Lincoln Nelson. Fouled into the net, and Nelson stays alive. Sorry if you hear some of the communicating in the background. We've got intercom system that talks to the dugout, so the coaches are able to relay their substitutions that way, and it can get a tad distracting and loud back there. If you didn't hear that, then no harm and no foul. 1-2 coming. Lincoln Nelson still at the plate. Throws over, hits McMott. Hickmott, I'm sorry, not McMott. Driven to the left center field. It's in the gap, it's going to get to the wall. Hickmott is held at third. And Nelson is in there with a one-out double. We're going to have runners on second and third now with only one away. Arkansas threatening here. And 53 steps into the plate. Memphis Float got a chance to drive in 2 here. One hop to the second baseman. The run's going to score. They're going to throw over to third. He didn't stray off the bag too far, so it's 7-2 now. But 2 outs now and a runner on third. And Flo drives in a run with a ground out. 2 down now. And the first pitch in there for a strike. To Collier Guess. Oh, 1 coming. And that misses away. 1-1. Guess has a chance to drive in run number 3 here for this Arkansas team if he can find a hole. And he takes, it's 2-1 now. And the infielders are both playing towards the bags, so big hole up the middle. He can drive something that direction. 2-1. Catches the outside part of the plate. And Howell comes back and evens the count. And Guess drives it up the middle. And it's going to, oh, he almost forced him out from center field. The line drive up the middle is going to score run number 3 with an RBI single by Guess.
Now batting number 11, Tate
Excellent,
Sterling.
excellent at bat there by Guess. It's 7-3. And Tate Sperling comes in. He drove in a run his first time up. And Arkansas is working their way back into this one. That 6-run lead cut to 4 now. And that young man out in center field for Alabama has an arm. He almost forced the batter out at first on a single up the middle. Grounded to second baseman. Fielded and thrown over, and that's going to do it for Arkansas in the 4th. But they score 2 and only trail by 4 heading to the bottom of the 4th inning. You were watching live DYB Ozone Division I play here from Bossier City, Louisiana. Sorry about that. Got some communication issues with the dugout here in the scorer's booth.
Hello?
So you're going to hear a loud beep here in just a second as we see Tate Sperling head back out to the mound. Tate has 11 pitches into his outing.
Hello?
And let's see if Tate can keep Arkansas, keep the momentum going here.
Hello?
And after this half inning, we'll have another 5-minute hydration break. Couple more warm-up tosses coming. And again, if you lose me for a second, it's because I'm working over here on the side on a different laptop, creating scoreboards for games that are going to happen in real time. If you're listening, you're one of the fans that I've spoke to before the game. If I don't see any kids, I'll ask the parents what colored jerseys they're wearing. Baldwin steps in, lays down a pretty good bunt, fielded by the pitcher. Not in time, and Baldwin bunt single to lead things off here for Alabama. in the fourth.
Up to bat, number 24, Griffin Ledyard.
So Griffin Ledyard steps in. Griffin struck out his first time up. A lot of speed on the bases here. Alabama leading by 4. Uh-oh, they got him picked off. Gonna have a run down here. And there's nobody at the bag. So Baldwin got caught leaning, but was able to get back to the bag. And no harm, no foul for Alabama. So we'll, as if that never happened. Here we go. Another throw over. And Ledyard still waiting on the first pitch of the at-bat from Sperling. He's off and running at first, and Baldwin gonna have to turn around and head back again after a foul ball from Ledyard. Throw over again. Oh, 1 coming. He's off again. Swipe second fairly easily. So a no out situation here for Alabama. And another runner in scoring position. Had Baldwin off the bag at second by a ways, but he's able to get back again. Showing a lot of attention to this base runner here in the fourth. They climb back into it. 7-1 is now 7-3. And he is over halfway to third base. The catcher's just going to run at him. Baldwin's doing the best he can to bait Arkansas into a throwing error or defensive mistake. And Ledyard still at the plate. 2-1 coming. And they throw it into center field. But Baldwin's staying put. Still nobody down here in the fourth. Baldwin way off the second base bag. That misses. 3-1. All 4 to Ledyard. So the first 2 for Alabama reach here in the fourth. And Quinn Living.
Number 2, Sam Quinn-Living.
And Sam beat out an infield single his first time up. And the first pitch is in there for a strike. It's 0-1. Popped up. The umpires are going to call the infield fly rule. And Quinlan is down. Brian Holiday steps in, 2 out. I'm sorry, 1 down. Runners on first and second, nobody out. He drove in a run, and they got Baldwin picked off. And 2 down now. And the runner can't even advance, so Sperling finally gets Baldwin off the bases and got a chance to get out of this inning with no runs across after allowing the first 2 to reach with a good pitch here to Holiday. And he misses high with the ball. So Baldwin danced around on the bases and induced half a dozen or more throws, and they finally got him with 1. And the 1-0 misses away. The 2-0 to Holiday. Swung on and popped out of play. One more reminder, click share. There's no reason why everybody in the state of Alabama or Arkansas isn't watching this one. That's called a strike. And second base is swiped without a throw. Ledyard's on second now. 2-2 coming. Ground ball to shortstop. He fields it. Gets it over. It's in the dirt. He can't pull it out. He can't dig it out at first. And the 8th run's going to score. So Holiday made it close. And it is 8-3 now.
Now at the bat, number 7, William Nettles.
So William Nettles steps in. Nettles popped out his first time up. Alabama leads by 5 again. It was going to be a close play at first. Good throw might have had him, but the inning is extended and a run scores. Driven right at the shortstop. Play made in the air. Out number 3, and we're going to head to the top of the 5th, but not before a 5-minute hydration break. You were watching live baseball on DYB's Facebook Baseball page.
Hello. 28 left field. 24 right field. Yes. No. In 28 plays this inning and the next inning, the original 12 team may take the field now.
All right, we're back on the field. Inning number 5. Here we go. Howell back on the mound for Alabama. And Arkansas is going to send Fletcher Gass to the plate.
Now batting, number 12, Fletcher Gass.
Fletcher singled his first time up. Here we go. And the first pitch to Gass is going to miss a little bit low, and it's 1-0 here. That 5-run deficit is nowhere near insurmountable in this format. And that ball's driven up the middle, and the second baseman makes a sliding stop, throws from his knees. What a play! Excellent defensive play from that young man at second base. That's number 11, Bryce Williams. Wow.
Now batting, number 7, Drake Taylor.
And Drake Taylor steps in. Drake was a strikeout victim his first time up, and Howell is at 35 pitches now. So he's 5 pitches away from his number. And the first pitch is swung on and missed, strike 1. And reminder to follow the DYB Facebook page. And subscribe to the YouTube channel. That way you get notifications when everyone is live. Sounds like a good game is going on next door to us. Haven't been able to check on the actual score yet, but the winner of this one will get the winner of that one sometime around 5:30. Scheduled probably closer to 6:15 tomorrow. These games in the heat and the with the delays tend to run a little longer than they're scheduled. But that's okay. Wind blowing out again here on field number 9. And the curveball from Howell on 0-2 misses a little bit high. Threw behind him. Almost clipped his bat on the way by. Good swing at a 2-2 fastball, fouled back. It's still 2-2. And that was pitch number 40. They're going to have to take him out of the game. So they have him for tomorrow. And Coach Howell looks out and takes the ball from his son. Shakes his hand and sends him on his way. It looks like
Pitcher Monroe Howell leaving the game.
Murphy Frumdahl is going to come in and pitch.
New pitcher, number 6, Murphy Frumdahl.
And while he does, I'm going to leave you here for a second. and work on a scoreboard for the Georgia game coming up next. Let's see here. Fromdale's got a couple more warm-up pitches left. Okay. It looks like he is ready to go, and Taylor stands in again. It's still 2-2 to Taylor, and Fromdale is ready to go. Again, wind blowing straight out to center field here on field 9. Starting to get a little warm out there. Driven up the middle. Second baseman's there. Throws it over after picking it up, and it's not in time. He booted a little bit there. So Taylor reaches on an error by the second baseman, and Wells Jones steps in.
Number 13, Wells Jones.
It is sunny and 94 here in Bossier City, Louisiana. Runner on now for Arkansas. Fromdale to Jones. From Dahl to Jones, I'm sorry. That first pitch misses away. Another ball. He's ahead 2-0. What's up, Jake? 2-0 pitch coming to Jones. Runner on, one down here in the 5th. And that's in there for a strike. Alabama with a 5-run lead here. And an inning and a half left to go here. Little dribbler to the pitcher. He fields it fairly cleanly and tosses it over underhanded to get the out at first. And Jones is retired. Taylor makes his way to second. 2 outs here now, and a runner in score position for Arkansas. And Riggins steps in. Nolan struck out his first time up. Began this game out in left field. Got a chance to push across the 4th run for Arkansas if he can find a hole here. Swings at a fastball off the handle of the bat. Fouled back, 0-1. 0-1 coming to Riggins now. Little two-seamer comes back and catches the outside part of the plate. And Fromdale's ahead of Riggins 0-2 here. Oh-2 pitch, swung on a miss. Fastball up in the zone. And that does it for Arkansas here in the top of the 5th. We'll see you back in just a couple seconds. With the bottom half of the inning, Arkansas trails Alabama 3-8 in game 1 of elimination play here, or bracket play here at the DYB 2024 Ozone Division I World Series.
Pitcher Case Sterling coming into the game with 25 pitches. New pitcher is Nolan Riggins.
All right, new pitcher for Arkansas here is going to be Nolan Riggins. Nolan moves from left to the mound, and Alabama is going to bring, it looks like that's number 13, Jude. I said Jade twice. I'm going to correct that way. I'd never say that again. Jude Wheeler. He singled his first time up. Jude hits in the 11 spot in the order. 12-hole hitter Bryce Williams, leadoff man Aiden Eager to follow. All right, looks like Riggins is ready.
Now to bat, number 13.
Here comes Wheeler.
Jude Wheeler.
Alabama leads 8-3, looking to tack on an insurance run or two here. They can get a couple of awards for the top of the order. And the first pitch is fouled straight back. And it's 0-1. Oh, gotta remind myself to charge my iPad here. It ain't gonna make it through the next one. 0-1. Curveball. Stays up and in. 1-1. And again, if you want to get involved and help the DYB out in your area, visit DYBUSA.org and look for the volunteer tab, or message the page here and tell them that you'd like to help. It's all volunteer based. They do an excellent job. My limited experience with the crew, been here for a little over a week now, and everything seems to be well organized and humming along. Popped up. First baseman's over. It's going to fall. And Wheeler's on. All righty, so a fielding error allows the leadoff man for Alabama to reach.
Number 11, Bryce Williams.
I was looking at the screen, so I wasn't sure whose ball that should have been. May have been the second baseman's. But the first baseman made his way over there and couldn't make the play. So it's going to be scored an error. And Bryce Williams steps in. Takes the first pitch high for a ball. 1-0. And Riggins did his job with the leadoff hitter and induced some weak contact, but going to have to pitch around a base runner, and he throws that past the first baseman into the foul territory, hits the fence, and Wheeler scoots on down to second. So induced a pop-up, but now has that runner at second base in scoring position with nobody out here. If he can remain composed and fight through this and get his team back in the dugout, only trailing by 5, they've got a shot. Offense is starting to make a little noise here in the last few innings. And Williams swings through the 1-0 pitch, and it's 1-1. That's going to be a balk. And our runner's going to trot down to third base. So it keeps piling on here for Arkansas in the 5th. So runner now on third base with nobody out. And all Williams has to do is push something up the middle. And run number 9 is going to come across for his Alabama squad. Coach Sperling's going to go out. Scratch that. That's not Coach Sperling. That is Coach Ross. Going to go out and talk to Riggins in his infield. Arkansas coaching staff, manager Brian Sperling, Coach Lee Hickmont, and Coach Matt Ross on the staff. Alabama managed by Lou Howell and assisted by David Fromdahl and Justin Baldwin. And again, I do my best to keep up with what's happening, but the defensive substitutions are the tricky part. Like I said, I'm staring at a computer screen and switching between cameras and an iPad for balls and strikes and 2 pieces of paper for lineups and keeping track of outcomes in the at-bats. And the umpires on the mound showing the young man just exactly what he did that induced the balk call. That way we don't have the issue again. He had a little question about it. He says, yes, sir. Looks like everybody's getting close to being on the same page. And Riggins says, okay, I understand now. And we're ready for the 1-1 now. Williams back in. Runner on third, nobody down. This Mobile, Alabama team. Pickoff play. It's close. He's back in time. Good move over. And if you're Alabama, after seeing that on the mound, you got to think you're going to dance around a little bit on the bases and see if you can't draw another one. Swung on and missed. It's 1-2 now. Get you a free run here if you can get Riggins to balk again. And Williams is ready for the 1-2. And Riggins is set. And delivers, popped up. Everybody charging again. And the play's made as the first and second baseman collide. But they're able to hold on to the ball. And that's what you had to do there with a runner on third and only no outs. You had to induce a pop-up or a strikeout, and he did. And leadoff hitter Aiden Eager steps in.
Number 1, Aiden Eager.
We've seen all through this one, this young man possesses a ton of speed. Another throw over, and he's back in time. Aiden reached on an error in the first, immediately stole second. Third scored the first run of the game. And almost beat out a routine grounder to shortstop. And he takes the first pitch of the at-bat. Up and in for a ball. Good swing, fouled back, 1-1. A little breaking ball stays behind him. Doesn't get far enough away from the catcher to allow the run to score. So Riggins trying to pitch himself out of a runner on third, nobody out situation here in the 5th and get his team in the dugout, only trailing by 5 down to their final 3 outs. Strike 2 called. So it's 2-2 now. That gets away. Full count. Okay, full count coming to Aiden Eager. Looking to drive in run number 9 for Alabama here. And that's sails to the backstop. And Eager is on via the walk. And I suspect he'll be eager to steal second base here shortly.
Now to bat, number 5, Chase Weaver.
Chase Weaver drove in a run with a single and grounded out to the shortstop. Chase. Wonder if he'll take a pitch and let Eager go ahead and take off and steal second here. And the pickoff throw gets away. And Eager trots down to second base without having to steal the bag. So Weaver's going to get back into the box now with a chance to drive in 2 with a single somewhere. Enough speed at second that if he does get this ball through a hole, Eager is almost certainly going to score. That comes in a little bit high. He lays off of that one. 2-0 now. And it's 3-0 with the 3 and 4 hitters waiting on deck. That's in there for a strike, so Riggins going to have to work his way back from 3-0 here. Driven up the middle. 1 run is in. Eager had to go back to second, and they're going to have to hold him. So Weaver drives in run number 9 here with a line drive single up the middle.
Number 26, Matt McClure.
And runners on the corners now for Alabama. And Mac McClure steps in. Hit the ball hard both times up. Flew out to left field his first time. And singled on a line drive to right. Seen the ball well and pretty locked in. Don't be surprised if Mac hits something hard here. And throw behind Eager, and he's back in time. I've seen Max swing 5 or 6 times today. It looked like he's all just trying to pull something hard in the air, which if you can pull it off, that's where you make your money as a left-handed hitter. Wind blowing straight out, so. Six-run lead here. They can get it to 10, it's over. It's hard, deep, way out of here. And Mac McClure makes it 12-3. I saw that one coming from a mile away. This young man possesses a ton of power. Got a pitch he can drive, turned on it, elevated it, and it is 12-3 Alabama. Been looking to do that since he stepped in the box for the first time today. He finally got a pitch to hit. Now we know about every kid on the team has Mac McClure as their person they want to be when they grow up. He absolutely demolished that into right field. And now we're a swing away from this thing being over. The 10-run rule could be in effect if Alabama can cross another one here in the 5th. That was a well-struck ball. We're going to have a new pitcher here for Arkansas. It's going to be number 3, Tate Venable. So Tate Venable is going to have to keep Alabama off the board here, because the next run that crosses the plate this inning ends this game. Give his team a chance to at least try to stay alive with their bats here in the top half. I'm going to step out for just a second, see if I can get a look at Tennessee's jerseys today and start working on the scoreboard for the next game. I'll be right back while this young man finishes his warm-up tosses.
Now batting, number 6, Murphy from Dahl.
Okay, I'm back and we're ready. The Georgia versus Tennessee scoreboard is made. It's coming up here 15 minutes after this one, and Fromdahl steps in. And he takes the first pitch right off the number 6. And another base runner for Alabama comes via the hit by pitch.
0, Monroe Howell.
And Monroe Howell steps in. Monroe had a big double way back in the first. A winning run on first base now. Takes off and tries to steal second, and he's in without a throw. Now the winning run is in scoring position. First pitch in there for a strike. Howell's got a chance to win it here. The 0-1 to Howell. They turn to throw to pick off Fromdahl. But don't throw, nobody's there. Or at least no one was in position to apply a tag had he made the throw. 0-1 coming. It takes off to still third, and it's popped up to shortstop. It's going to be 2. And he's going to tag second base. And Arkansas is going to come to the plate, needing 9 here in the top of the 6th. We'll be back in just a couple seconds with the top of the 6th. Could be the final inning of this one. All right, we're back. Fromdahl back on the mound for Alabama. 3 outs away from advancing to the
0-0 to catcher. 24 to second base. Number 1.
Griffin Ledyard's going to head to second base. Howell's going to move to catcher. Okay, so Fromdahl is going to try to close this one out for Alabama. Needing to record 3 outs before Arkansas can push across 9 runs. The winner of this one gets the winner of the Virginia-Florida game, which either is happening or was happening next door. I'll check in on that one here in just a second. Looks like it's live over there in Florida. The visiting team next door leads 6-5, trying to close out Virginia. So we'll keep you updated if that one ends before this one. The winner of this one will get the winner of that game tomorrow around 5:30 in the evening. Howell throws down, and it looks like Fromdahl's ready to go. And my balls and strikes, my iPad's frozen up on me here. Let's reset this thing.
Now batting, number 3, Tate Venable.
Okay, it's back. So Venable's going to step in with Arkansas in desperate need of base runners here late in this one. First pitch from Fromdahl is going to miss away. Big swing and a miss, strike 1. So this is game number 2 on field 9 today. There'll be another one after this in the O-zone bracket play as that ball hits the net and rattles around the crowd mic. And then after that, we're going to have a selected game from, what series is that? We're going to bring you a majors game from bracket play after that on this field. The O-zone has 12 teams, and that's flown foul out of play. And it's going to be 1-2 again to Venable. Good pitch on 1-2, but it misses away. Strike 3 swinging. Out number 1 here in the 6th. Comes via the strikeout by Fromdahl.
Now batting, number 9, Hayes Jester.
And Hayes Jester steps in. This is Hayes' second time to the plate today for this Magnolia, Arkansas team. Lost to Louisiana yesterday, and a pretty good one here on 3-2. The first pitch from Fromdahl misses. And it sounds like something's happening next door. I'm going to take a look back. And something is happening. In the bottom of the 6th, Virginia down by 1 is threatening and has runners on the corners. I'm sorry, in second, third with nobody out. Wait, scratch that. The runner's picked off, so 1 down. And it's 2-0 now. To Jester. Strike 1. Catches the corner there. We appreciate you tuning in. Strike 2. Again, make sure you follow the DYB page so you get notifications when we're live. 2-2 pitch coming from Fromdahl to Jester. And it misses away, so the count is full now. Almost 2 o'clock here in Bossier. Fouls that away. Protected himself with that swing. That was headed up and in towards his front shoulder. Somehow found a way to get a bat on it. Stays alive, 3-2. And he draws a walk. So 1 out base runner for this Arkansas squad.
Judd Hickman.
Judd Hickman steps in with a runner on. And the first pitch from Fromdahl to him catches the plate. The on-deck batter makes his way over behind him. The 0-1 pitch coming. Swung on and missed. It's 0-2 now. Kalen LeMay waits on deck. And gets away. And the runner's going to travel on down to second. The throw is actually a little closer than I thought. But he's in there before the tag, and it's going to be 1-2 now. Run number 4. A potential run number 4 in scoring position for Arkansas. Strike 3 called. And Arkansas down to their final out now. And Kalen LeMay. And Kalen, way back in the 4th inning, struck out to lead that inning off. Okay, 2 outs now down here in the top of the 6th inning. And Alabama is an out away from closing this one out. And Georgia, Tennessee awaits approximately 15 minutes after this one. The first pitch to LeMay's in there for a strike. Again, a pretty brisk wind still blowing out to dead center field here on field 9 today. And that's swung on and missed. So LeMay down to his final strike, as is this Arkansas team. Fromdahl, 0-2. That misses high and away. I don't know that the score accurately reflects the gulf between these two teams. It's been a well-played ball game for the most part. Alabama just relentless on offense, and Arkansas had its chances and made a couple mistakes. And strike 3 swinging, that's going to do it. And this one's over. Alabama advances to the winner's side of the bracket after a 12-3 victory over Arkansas. We'll see them versus the winner of the Florida-Virginia game tomorrow at 5:30. We appreciate you tuning in. We're going to head to get ready for the next one, Tennessee versus Georgia.